What's happening, everybody? So today we're at the park right now. We're gonna go walk the dog for a little bit, and then we're gonna go do some deliveries for a while, and then come back and kind of who knows. It's been like rainy in Portland. The weather just kind of all of a sudden turned to rain and cold and cloudy, except for today. Today's really nice. It's like 65, 70 and kind of partly cloudy kind of thing. It's awesome. But we went and looked at trailers the other day, and I didn't really film it because we were talking to people. We went to a few dealerships and checked out all these trailers, and we were talking to the salespeople and trying to understand as much as we could about trailers and about what's the best kind for us, what all we need, and everything else. So we're working towards getting a brake controller for the van and a bunch of all the little things that have to go with it. Because there are a lot of little things that have to go with it. You can't just buy a trailer, like, unfortunately. So anyway, that's kind of the scoop with that. There'll be more. I'll reveal more information about the trailer thing as it unfolds. But I just wanted to do kind of like a day in the life kind of thing. This is kind of what I'm up to, so kind of give you guys a little peek into my life, I guess. I don't know. So let's do it. So we're at the open dog area. We let Lily off the leash, and she's not listening to us. She's just running around. She's going deaf a little bit because she's old, but she's also got that like, I don't speak English. I don't speak English. You know what I mean? Like she speaks English, but she doesn't, or she understands. She understands when we say to come here, but she doesn't listen. I think it's partly because she's deaf and partly because she just doesn't care. She's having fun. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. Where are you gonna go next, Lily? Where are you gonna go? There's a bunch of other dogs out here too. This is a cool park, man. This is Laurelhurst Park. So what I wanted to say about Portland is that it's like pretty much the perfect place to van dwell. There's vans everywhere. Nobody cares, and there's these beautiful parks just everywhere. It's 1 second you can be in this like beautiful suburb with these beautiful houses, old Portland houses, and the next second you're like in a forest. It's awesome. It is so cool. There's so many great places to park. There's great food. People are really chill. Well, as long as you're not downtown and there's a protest going on, but I don't know. You like Portland? Mm-hmm. You think it's a good place to be at a van?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wish the weather was better, like in the winter, in the fall, in the spring, like
right?
all around.
Yeah, if the weather here was like San Diego, I wouldn't want to leave. It's perfect. It's great today. It's cloudy, but it's not raining and it's not gray. Like the sky isn't just pure depression, basically. But yeah, man, in the summer and the spring, even some of the fall, it's perfect, man. Highly recommend Portland.
3 o'clock in the morning, baby. Can't even close my eyes.
Oh man, this traffic is bad today. I might have to go help this lady. Which way are you trying to go?
I'm just crossing 16th here, just pressing the button.
Crossing 16th?
Yeah.
Come towards me. Yeah, cross that straight ahead of you. Okay. It's green now. Go a little bit to the left. Straight, you're good. So I've been, man, I hope she's all right. Just trying to navigate. God, can you imagine being blind? Like, especially if you could see before and suddenly you were blind and now you had to figure out how to get by. God, that'd be so hard. That lady must have balls of steel. So anyway, I've been thinking about death a lot, man. I've been dreaming about it, been thinking about it, like how quickly it's coming. Like, before you know it, dude, you're just gone. Like, everyone you know is gone. Everything, all this stuff, gone. Like, and how much I like stress about stupid shit, man. I stress about stuff all the time. It's ridiculous. This channel I've been stressing about for the last year, like trying to figure out what it is and how I want to do it and all this. And I've kind of like, I don't know, I've enjoyed it a lot less because of that. And You know, I thought for a little bit, like, maybe I'll just make this about vans and simplify it, and, you know, as long as it has to do with vans, I'll make it. But then once I decided to do that, that sounds like it would work really well, but I've been trying for the last, like, 3 weeks. I've probably made 10 videos that, I thought, I'm just gonna go, dude, that I thought, you know, would work, but they just didn't. You know, it's like everything that can be said about it has been said now. You know, when I started, there was nobody doing it. Every topic was fair game, but now everything's been done by multiple people. All the information is out there. There's really, you know, people who are making videos now are just clouding things and trying to make money, which is fine. You know, everybody deserves to make a living and do their thing. I got nothing against anybody trying to make money, as long as they're not hurting anybody or misleading anybody, you know. But what else do I have to add to the van life community, or how else can I be of service to people who are trying to live this lifestyle? There's really nothing left, you know. The only thing left is really just showing how, like, kick-ass it can be and how much it sucks, because there's a lot of channels who are, like, trying to make it seem like it's this perfect life, this perfect world, and they're perfect people, and they have all the answers and everything figured out. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know, the more full of shit you are on the van dwelling thing, the more people like you, and the more views you get. And I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go. 1425. I better figure this out. So I'm also trying to kind of get away from that. Damn it, I can't park here. Not legally, anyway. Oh man, that was a gourmet ice cream place I went into. It smelled so good in there. The smell is like trapped in my nose. They had all of these like truffles and brownies and ice creams and all this awesome, delicious dessert food. It smelled so good. Yeah, so anyway, the whole, yeah, I don't know, man. I think the farther I get it, like, include the van thing, but make the channel more about me, the better. You'd think I would have figured it out by now, but it's really not that easy. There's no clear-cut answers with this kind of thing. It's a new frontier, so it's like you kind of got to figure it out as you go. And I definitely have a tendency to overthink things, and it takes me a while to figure out what the best solution is sometimes. I gotta go through a lot of trial and error, but, you know, I keep trying, so that's a good thing. Oh man, these dark clouds are moving in. Woo! This bridge is always fun to ride. These grates are very slippery. It's very sketchy on a motorcycle, especially when it rains, man. My first time ever on this bridge was like my second day ever on a street bike, and I rode over this thing. It was so sketchy. It's cool. You can see the bottom though. You can see the water. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see the bottom of the river there. Yeah, the cold wind is moving in, the cold air, and the clouds are getting a little dark. I think I might get rained on a little bit out here. I wish I had a one of those hard cases that goes on the back, because if I had that, then I could deliver in the rain. But with my setup, I just have a, let me show you when I get down here. Look at this, what is this, a Mustang? That's sick. Oh, it's like a Celica. I think it's an old Celica. Yeah, I just have this basket back here. Man, that Celica looks like a Mustang. Kinda. Like the 80s ones, you know, with the 5.0s. Oh man, something big's going on up here. It's like a car accident or something. You gotta watch out when there's like lights like this. People will, they don't pay attention. Looks like these guys just got pulled over or something. Looks like that big a deal. Why do they have all these cops here? Huh. Well, I am almost to the pickup location. It's the Google car! I'm on Google! I'm on fucking Google, man! Holy shit, remember this. 14th and Burnside in Portland. Yes, dude, we gotta look that up on Google Earth soon and see if I'm on there. Oh my god, dude, that'd be sick if I was on Google Earth. I don't know why that's so exciting, but it is. Alright, so I guess Evie's having some problems with the scooter, how it's running. So I'm going to meet her back at the van and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. I'm guessing it's got something to do with the water because it's been raining for like 2 days straight. And the humidity level is extremely high. Look at this van though. It's a little Mitsubishi. It must be imported from somewhere. Looks like it's a right-hand drive. Maybe it's from Australia or something. I don't know. If you guys have this kind of van in your country, let me know where it's from. It looks cool. It's really small. So yeah, I'm just gonna head back to the van and hopefully we can fix that. I hope it's not like the air filter's all wet or something. That would suck. That would mean she can't deliver today until we dry that thing out.
Well, when it starts, it's fine. It's after you ride it and then you stop.
So it looks like the oil in the air box is coming from the crankcase ventilation system, and it's probably clogging up the jets inside. Wow, it's weird riding this thing after riding the bike. So I think that's our problem. And then when we're revving, it's clearing that out. And then when you stop, it's all of a sudden got to go from a high idle, or from running at the top of its range, because you've always got this thing cranked all the way because it's so slow, and then all of a sudden it's trying to idle. So I think that the oil in there like clogs it up. Yeah, see it drop down below and then the idle comes back up. And it sounds like it's kind of, that's a van dweller. Sounds like it's kind of bogging too. I can't remember what this thing's normally like. Definitely sounds throatier. I took the baffle out of the air box to lean it out a little bit because it seems like it's running too rich. Alright, let's hit the brakes down here. I'm gonna let all of them go. See if it does it now. Yeah, it just drops below the idle and then it comes back up. If you just, when you stop like that, if you just tap the throttle.
That's what I was doing, but sometimes it would still stop. On my way back from my last order, I would stop and it would go below the throttle and come back up, and I didn't have to do that. But like my first order, like pretty much any time before I started coming back, I would stop and it would completely shut off.
It would just die?
Yeah, it just died.
Did it just die or did it blub 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 blub?
Sometimes it will do like blub 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 and die. Sometimes it will just like die.
Yeah, we might have to pull the carb off and clean it out and get rid of the... That's a common problem with motorcycles, is there's a tube that goes from the crankcase to vent the oil, and they put it right into the air box, and sometimes the oil splashes around too much and it goes too high, and it'll get in your air box and clog up your carbs really bad. So we'll have to take care of that. Alright guys, so we ended up finding a place to park. We had to move the van. It was getting dark. The weirdos were coming out. I started getting a headache anyway, so I was like, alright, well, let's just finish up tomorrow. I got, I think, 4 or 5 deliveries in, and definitely did pretty good today. So we got food on the way. We're both hungry and stuff, so Evie's getting food, and she'll be back soon. So I moved the van, and she's coming back with the scooter, and then we're going to tie the scooter up to the van and eat food and call it a night. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Live your own life and love yourself.